Vickery, former U.S. Assistant Secretary of Commerce, is also joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Vickery, thank you so much for joining us. Well, we're in India very concerned that Donald Trump has, picked up the cell phone and picked up his Apple phone and put a post out on Truth Social saying that there's going to be a 25% tariff on India. And the reasons are that we buy energy as well as defense equipment from Russia. Donald Trump is trying to deter Russia from invading and killing innocent people further in Ukraine. But that does not really mean that the anger needs to come out on India. We have considered the Americans as a friend. Donald Trump also called us a friend at the beginning of that post. But this is not how friends treat each other. You know, India is a very peculiar country when it comes to its farmers, when it comes to its own economy. Do you think that Donald Trump has more or less failed to understand that?
Well, thanks very much for having me. It seems to me that Donald Trump does not understand India. He does not understand the importance of a relationship and building a relationship over a period of time. What he understands is the real estate developer's mentality of having a transaction, and in the transaction there are winners and losers. And he is determined to be able to paint himself as a winner, to aggrandize his own position, regardless of what else happens. That having been said, the U.S.-India relationship, both economically and strategically, and I would point out that those things go together. They're not separate worlds. The importance of this relationship between two great democracies is fundamental to solving problems throughout the world, whether it be Chinese aggression, climate change, health considerations. So a way must be found out. I think the nub of the problem, however, is not going to really be trade. It seems to me that President Trump has now finally gotten the message that Putin is not his friend, that he wasn't able to resolve the Ukraine situation on day one. And I do think that India needs to reconsider its position as a leader of the democratic world, as opposed to being able simply to run with the hare and chase with the hounds in regard to Russia, China, and other authoritarian nations. That doesn't mean you need to cut off everything. But it does mean that values have to play a role, and it has been the case in the past that India has viewed itself as singular and not really needing to cooperate based upon democratic values. The standing apart from the Ukraine invasion is exhibit number one. So this is a very difficult situation, and Trump has turned on a dime in regard to Russia and Ukraine. India will not need to do so, but India needs to take a leadership position. The basic problem with this transactional approach is to destroy the WTO, the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, the multilateral approach, which has served the world so well since World War II. And the answer, it seems to me, is not for India to say, yes, we'll go it alone and we'll deal with whomever we please on whatever basis we please, but to realize what its own interests are and act on those interests both economically and strategically.
Fair enough. Tehseen Poonawalla.